Hello, everyone. Nikki says, Happy Sunday, Mehran. Happy Sunday to you too, as well, dear. Luna says, Salam, dear Mehran. Kaifek al-yum. And what? Shukra? And a tamam? Yes, that's right. I almost slipped. Luna, female, 35 UK. Nikki says, I wanted to ask, I have an older sister who's in a relationship with a man 10 years for junior. That means the man is 10 years younger than her? Is that what you're saying? The relationship is as dysfunctional as it gets, but she refuses to let go. Fine. That's her choice, she says. But it makes me resentful that she's put everyone aside for this dysfunctional relationship she refuses to let go of, so much so that I don't really want to be in contact with her anymore. It drains me to listen to the same story about their dysfunction, and I choose not to do it anymore. How can I not resent her? 31 female, Orlando, she's 40 and he's 29. Yeah. 10 years her junior. Yeah. Nikki says, I try to be there for her. She chooses to entertain this relationship over and over again. They're broken up and made up at least a dozen times during their 9 months together. 9 months? Oh, they're only together for the 9 months? I thought you said they're 10, okay, 10 years junior. I see. Yeah, all right. 9 months together. They're just not compatible as people, but she doesn't want to see or acknowledge that. I want no part in it anymore. Well, of course. Look, she's right now running on a fear of not being good enough in her own mind. Her being 40, which is a great age for a woman, can be healthy, fit, with career, wisdom, beauty, everything, but she doesn't see that. Why? Because she's in the past. She wants to be 25 and create that illusory scenario that she's 25 and he's 29 and she's got what she wanted, which is definitely not compatible, but she doesn't see it as a compatible. She sees it as a desire to have a certain image of herself, which she really neither is fitting the part, nor is realistic, or nor is serving her well. But that's what she wants, because that's her escape from whatever is not working in her life. Even though that relationship doesn't work, as you said, for obvious reasons and maybe many other unobvious reasons that is known to her, depending on the consciousnesses, but she wants to keep that in order to make it look like that she's got something wonderful happening for her. The image has taken over the priorities in her life. To have that image, she's willing to put up with the shit, the incompatibility, because to her the image is more important than her and the actuality of life and what she can modify the life and turn it into and be happy in it. She's trying to serve the image. She's trying to cater to the image, so others may look at her in the way that she wants to be looked at, rather than the way she actually can make things work for her and be who she is and enjoy life as it comes to her. So that's her problem, focusing on the image than herself. And as far as she's not listening to what you're saying, she knows it's not working. But the most important person in her life is her, not you or other people around her. and she desires a certain scape, a certain image, and certain maybe benefits that she feels that's a benefit to her, intimacy, sexual, whatnot. And also, she doesn't feel that, oh, if I let this go, I can't find another 29-year-old. And to her, it's the age that is important. Again, the image, not the compatibility. So, in other words, she's really not in the now, she's in the past and involved in a relationship between the image she wants of herself to have with the image she's made of that guy, which obviously cannot meet up with the standards of what is supposed to be working. Beside all that, the guy is 29, she's 40, 9 months together, it's not working out, they're not bonding. He's gonna leave her. If he's got a career, he's got money, and he's not dependent on her for money and stuff like that, this is gonna happen much sooner than later. But if the guy is a loser, doesn't have much going for him, then he will hang around for a while until either one of them see that it's not working, and regardless of what the benefits are, they're not willing to put up with it anymore, and they'll break it. So obviously it's not going to last, but she knows it. So she's trying to milk it as much as she can, because to her, it's a credit to her physically that there's a 29-year-old boy or guy who is actually interested in her. Maybe she doesn't have much going for her, she doesn't feel confident, and that's what brings her the confidence. And she's hanging on to that. Again, the image. So unless she comes down to earth and recognizes that she's a 40-year-old lady and she needs to respect herself, and if this is not including any bond on the consciousness level, it's futile and it's going to break up anyhow. If there's no love and affection of the sort that it should be between two real couple, if there's no unselfishness and understanding and compatibility, there's no bonding on consciousness, on all the vibes and all that, it's all bullshit then. Then it's not going to work. He's going to leave her, she's going to be crushed, or she's going to finally give up and say, the hell with the image, I can't make this happen anymore. Either way, you don't have to hang around with her, and you simply do not listen to that. Every time she wants to talk about it, she says, listen, that was your choice, you live with it or you deal with it. I don't want to have anything to do with it, because the headache you're giving me of this, it's very apparent that this is not going to work. You're 40 years old with different mentality, different place in life and experiences and consciousness, and the guy is 29-year-old. Do you think at 39 and you're going to be 50, with the way that you guys are together, incompatibility, the guy's going to hang around? What for? Well, is he nuts? And you're going to be crushed there. So you better, while you're young, go and find yourself a suitable man that can be bonding on consciousness level and be compatible, and then build something. So when you're 50, you got some background in this relationship, rather than at 45 or 50, things obviously going to break up between you two. How long do you think a structure is going to last if there's constant shake-up? Eventually going to crumble. Yeah, you guys is 9 months into it, you're young, 40, and he's young, 29. You guys may last for the sake of sex and intimacy and how good you guys look, but the shaking incompatibility is there, and eventually you guys going to give it up, say the hell with it, because psychological security is going to become more valuable than this physical benefits, and that's not there. So it's going to break down. So for you, pull yourself out of it. That would be the last thing you say to her. And then every time she wants to talk about it, say, listen, I want to spend some time with my sister, have tea. You want to talk about your relationship? Not interested. You can go right now. Just got to be assertive and get that done. And Nikki says, oh my God, yes, she's in the past. That makes so much sense. You're so spot on, Mehran. Yeah, that's why I get the big bucks. What do you think, Nikki? Huh? Gee. And Nikki says, no, she doesn't have much going on for her. Everything you said is 110% spot on. There we go. And Ed Clark says, good evening, Mehran. Evening? Where the heck are you, Ed? Oh, UK. Oh, that's right. It is, what is it, 10 o'clock there? 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock there? And Nikki says, perfect. Thanks so much, Mehran. And with the love. I thank you very much. I'll take the love, and you're quite welcome. And we have Rolling On says, hi, Mehran. Hope you are doing well. Male 33 US of A. And thank you for that. Rolling On says, Mehran, what can a 33-year-old man can do to have a great life ahead? To learn how to focus on the present and have a great life in the present than the ahead. Because ahead is made out of a bunch of presents. There is no ahead. It's always the now. So, if you want something to change in your future to be good, you have to understand what future is. Future is now. What you are today is because of the past. The past comes, meets the present, modifies into the present, and projects it to the future. So in other words, the past has come modified, and here it is what it is now. And whatever you are now, that's how it's going to be tomorrow. Because the past has brought you here, and today is the past of tomorrow, which will be the reason what you will be tomorrow is today. The reason for what you will be tomorrow is today. And the reason what you are today is the past. Past is coming to modify itself in the present and project it into the future. So, today is the past of the future. Today is what makes the future. If you want your future to change, you got to change the now. Otherwise, future would be just as it is today, which is as what it was in the past with modification. So if you want to have an immediate change, you must do what needs to be done. The changes in your habit, the changes in your outlook, the changes in your efforts, the changes in your plan now, if that's what you're looking for the future, because future is the now. Now is the future. So you don't have to worry about the future, how it's going to be. Just worry about how now it's going to be, because that is exactly what you want to change, which you call future. Its roots are here. This ant is also here. So your focus should not be there. Your focus should be now, because now it is exactly what's going to build that what you're worried about. I don't know if I made sense. I hope I did. Yeah, whatever you do now makes life great or not great. So focus on the now. Everything in the now. That's the roots of everything for the now tomorrow. So you can modify your future now, because the past meets the present, modifies into the present, and projects it to the future. So right now you can modify that future before it arrives because it comes from the now, the past, and today is the past of your future. So modify whatever it is that you need to do now. Then your future will be as you want it to be. Hopefully, if you continue. Asibek Askarov says, "Hi sir, how to deal breakup and I want my ex back." Yeah. All right. First, you focus on, we kind of know a little bit information about you. If you look at Ed, it says 32 male UK. That's the age, gender, and where he is. So I need to know that from you as well. And about how to deal with breakup, there's about 1,800 videos on this channel. All you have to do is just say breakup in my search engine. It will show you. Go to my playlist and look for the playlist that says how to move on from the breakup, and you'll have the videos that you like to choose. You could choose from and watch. And how to get your ex back, that's not what we do here. How to learn what happened and why you feel the way you do is what we do here, and how to move on to bigger and better things and modify yourself to a better version of yourself. That's what we do here. You're going to get your ex back, go talk to her. But if it was any good and it was working, I'm sure you guys done everything you could to keep it together. It didn't, so that means it's time to let go and go to build something better. Rolling On says, thanks Mehran, I wasn't expecting that answer, but totally makes sense. Now is the present, now is the future. There you go. So I didn't completely confuse you. Now, you great people here, are you not feeling rather that we have underachieved? We're 11 people. That's it. Why is it that we're shrinking? Why is it that we are not going to 11,000 people on our live streams? Why is it, guys? Figure it out. Put your heads together. Figure it out. There is a problem here. I don't understand why. We talked about it yesterday with a bunch of us in the afternoon. There are people who put up videos up and it's just pretty much nonsense. But they get 3, 4, 5,000 viewers in a 24-hour period. We get 100, 80, 60. What's going on? Live streams, we've got 12 people here. Max 20 or 30. In the whole world, it means we are not being seen. What's going on? What is wrong with our channel? Figure it out, guys. Most of you are experts in something, if not whatever it is, social media or these sort of things. So see if you can figure it out. Because I don't have an answer. I'm doing whatever that it's supposed to be done for a channel in YouTube, but not happening. And Maliha says, hi Mehran, blue color suits you. Hope you're fine. Thank you, dear. Appreciate it. Very kind of you. And Fatima says, Maliha says, female, 27, Pakistan. And Ross says, hi Mehran, male 31 UK. You forgot your own country. YK? Why not? UK. And Roman Prochajka, I hope I didn't butcher your name, says, I have an idea. Why is there a low amount of people? Yeah, we've been talking about it. And Roman says, number one is people do not wish to work at their problems. Yeah, but that doesn't help us. We still need subscribers and viewers. Otherwise, we won't reach more people to help more people, and the channel will not have any money because the viewers bring advertisement money, and then we will just not be able to continue because it will not be viable. But I love what we are doing here. I love helping people, and I want this thing to have a couple of million subscribers because it's needed, it's necessary. If we don't understand how our mind works, we are doomed to a life of misery. And if we do understand how the mind works, its powers, limitations, and malfunctions, and how to deal with it, we will be successful beyond our dream. Why? Because success is happiness, is tranquility, is relaxation, is contentment, is clarity. And that's what is going to give us. Then we will go out and challenge everything that challenges us, because we are then at the resonation level that makes us sharp, clear, and undisturbed by thoughts. And this is what we're doing here, trying to understand our psyche and understand what makes us tick, what makes us feel, act, and react the way we do in different circumstances in life. But all of it is because of the thoughts that show up in our heads. And this is what we are trying to do here, to help ourselves to understand how the psyche works, so we won't be bamboozled by this mechanism. This is where everything is: problems and solutions, problems and powers. And this does come with lots of problems, and we have to recognize that. This is not us. This is a brain. Brain is not us. This is a thought manufacturing plant. Thoughts are not us. Thoughts are not you. You're not thoughts. Brain is not you. You're not the brain. And when you understand that and separate yourself from the brain, separate yourself from thoughts, then you become free. Freedom from thoughts, freedom from mind, and you become independent. That boss that you always wanted to be, to judge thoughts that wants to interfere, attack, or compliment. Then you'll choose them according to what is beneficial to you and what is makes sense and in line with your values, with your beliefs, with the truth of who you are that you've always known. But the thoughts come and interfere with all kinds of scenarios. But you don't have to give in to that anymore. You don't have to be bamboozled about it. But why? Because you know the mechanism of this. And you know you're no longer naive to think that this is you. Very simple. This never existed you. This never existed when man was being put together. This never existed as a feature or capability. Thinking or speaking came about 40,000 years ago. But man lived 1 million years before that, 500,000-600,000 years before that, a lot more than when we ended up having a brain who could think or speak. So if you understand, you were here before thinking was added to you. Therefore, if you were here and thinking was added to you, then thinking cannot be you. There was a you before thinking. So this thinking that was added cannot be what it is being added to. That was here first. That is you. Thinking is like hearing, is like eyesight, is a feature, but it's not you. It's like saying, I am my ears. What you hear, but that's not you. What if somebody says you're an asshole? Does that mean you're an asshole? No. It's what you heard. What about your eyes? You see something, but what you see is not you. What if you see a donkey is having sex with another donkey? What does that mean to you? You're seeing it. You choose to continue seeing it, or you turn around and see something else. You see a shit on the ground. Does that mean it's you? Or you're interested in it? No. It's something that you can see and you decide. Same thing, thoughts. They conjure up something. That doesn't mean it's you, or it's about you, or it could be you. None of that shit. It just means it's something that, like everything else, you can judge and decide if it's something pleasant or truthful, or something that you know it is about you or not, or something that is simply irrelevant. How do you say that? Based on what's relevant to you, based on your core principles, based on what's important to you, what's meaningful to you, and based on what your biology is, has been, will always be. Because all of that was here way before thought ever showed up in your life. So this is what we do here. And if we can't get that introduced to people, we haven't done our job well. I mean, I haven't. And for that, I need to figure out why is it that we don't get noticed. I know it's a big place, the sea of YouTube content producers. But if they're being seen, there's something wrong here that we are not noticing it. So that's what I'm asking. Figure out, guys. If you have an idea, let me know. All right. Ed says, what about something like understand your mind in the title? Some people may not know what OCD, HOCD is. But they do know breakups. And we had a title, Unlock Your Mind. That wasn't helping either. So we changed it to something that people could understand. So breakups, OCD, everybody has OCD. Everybody knows what OCD is. HOCD, some have it. And now is becoming apparent, a lot more than we thought have it and are attacked by it. And it's all malfunction of the brain signaling system. We got to talk about that. I don't know if I can make this longer heading, but I'm open to suggestions for sure. Luna says people don't usually get off work till about 5-6 p.m. By the time they get through traffic or navigate public transport in this COVID climate. And Luna says, therefore, I'd like to suggest that it may be best to keep at this original time of 1 p.m. US Canada, aka 9 p.m. Europe. More people are likely to tune in, such as myself. Having said this, I'd always be sure to jig my routine around to catch you live as much as possible. Thank you, Luna. I'm grateful to that. Listen, I was going to try. We talked with Gavin and I think Rolling On, was it? I believe, because these screen names I forget. But like Gavin's name, I remember. So anyhow, we were talking about starting today at 10 o'clock. I thought it's too early, but I could try. But then I thought 10 o'clock means people are at work, if they are at work. But if they're in lockdown, that would work. And then East Coast would be 1 o'clock p.m., which 1 o'clock p.m. is when we start in the West Coast. So the problems that people have at 1 o'clock in the West Coast would then be the problem people would have at 1 o'clock in East Coast if we start here in the West Coast at 10 o'clock. So there's 3 hours difference. East Coast is 3 hours ahead of us. And then Europe is 9 hours, 9 hours ahead. So at 10 o'clock, we thought it'll be 1 o'clock in East Coast and 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock in Europe. But then, of course, I couldn't because I stayed up working till late last night. And then, so I got up not early enough. But you're also right. 10 o'clock, probably people won't show up. So I don't know. 8 o'clock was for the Asian countries and Australia. But now we have only like 7 or 8 people at that. It's just not a time well spent. So I might scrap 8 o'clock at night and just give myself a little time to do more work or do whatever else I want to do. And we got to find out when is the time. And I have spent money for the advertisement, 50 cents per click, $10 a day. It was 10 cents per click on YouTube. I upped it up to 50 cents, but still no change. 50,000 people have seen that 2-minute video. They watched 79% of it, 73% of it, which is high, very high, which means they pretty much watched everything about it. But we had 1 subscriber from those, and obviously not much difference. We're still at the same number as we were 2 months ago, or a month ago. So there is something here that I do need some brainstorming with you guys, whoever is really good at these sort of things, to come up with some way to figure out what is it that we are not doing. Our thumbnails are always being good as soon as they're made, of course, not the one that system picks up. And Olga works on that from Russia. As soon as she does a batch, she sends it and I upload them. And she's trying to catch up with the videos that I'm uploading every day. And then tags are pretty much the tags that is covering all important words that we could, we know people would use for searching a content, a video, a topic, description, everything else. So I've looked whatever I could have looked here, but it shouldn't be that difficult. I mean, there are channels that I look at them, and they've got nothing going on, but they've got like 200, 300,000 subscribers, and they've got, viewers. I don't get it. So anyhow, let's go on with our today's show. And Raman says, and what about to make camera space more cozy? Look, how more cozy? I mean, this is not a show. It's an intellectual channel to help people with their problems. If they're seeking an answer, then what would they care about what's the background looks like? This is my question. Maybe I'm not understanding it right. I mean, if I'm looking for something, I'm looking for an answer. I don't really care what's the decor is. But maybe that's me. But look, you can't tell me that people actually find us and then they don't like the background. And they say, oh, forget what he says. I don't like the background. They're not looking for the background when they're searching for this. They don't say, looking for a nice background. And then suddenly my channel shows up. They're looking for a topic, breakup, OCD, or thoughts, fear, ego, desire, pleasure, something that they're looking for. And when that comes, you think they're not going to focus on what is being offered, but they're going to move on because the background, I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. And Sadziki, or no, Zaraki says, hi Mehran, you look great today as your wonderful consultation. Well, thank you, Zaraki, I appreciate that, very kind of you. And let's see who we missed here. And we have Sagota says, you're glowing today. Glowing? All right. Thank you. And and Luna and Ross. Luna says, speaking of which, I was watching your last video where you were discussing the possibility of streaming at 11 a.m. your time, which would be roughly around 6 p.m. UK time. So my point of view, in short, is, yeah, okay, now that was the first paragraph. Ross says, a lot of people struggle with depression and anxiety, and I think it would bring them people in. Bring them people in? What's going on with your English today, Ross? Bring them people in. Them people. You all good? You all is good? Bring them people in. Okay. Okay, Ross. You come from hillbilly part of the town. Bring them people in. All right. I hope you all is good. All right, let me have some tea. What's wrong with you, Ross? You haven't gotten your share of ugly stick these days. You're losing it. I think it would bring them people in. The reason I'm laughing because I know it was a typo or a mistake. I'm not making fun of you. You know that, of course. You know that. I'm laughing with you, and I hope you're enjoying it as well. And Roman says, so we need to find an idea how to make this channel grow, right? Yes, you got it, Roman. And Roman, where the heck is your credentials? Where's your gender, age, and where you tuning in from bit? You know, where's that? Obviously, you've been here before, so. And let's see, we have Arsalan Ali says, hi Mehran. Hello Arsalan. Says, thanks for a great session. I wanted to discuss one issue which I guess overwhelmed a lot of students like me. Okay? Shoot. And Arsalan says, so I consider myself highly hardworking. Arsalan, could you let me know a little bit about you, like age, where you tuning in from? While I read your question. So I consider myself highly hardworking, but sometimes with very less opportunity, I felt a lot hurt and demotivation. I saw other folks and thought I could do better if I have that opportunity. All right? But that opportunity is for them. You got to make your own opportunity. You got to focus on you, not what other people are doing or having, because that distracts you, makes you enter into envy, and instead of really focusing on what you can do with your stuff, you're doing it so you can get to their level. That distracts you. Focus on what you're doing. And always find what you love to do and you're interested to do so you can be really good at it. But give me specifics. I really don't follow exactly what it is that you are referring to. I know you're referring to maybe your job, you want an opportunity, but well, look, listen, opportunity is not going to knock on your door and say, listen, you've been looking for an opportunity, I'm the opportunity. Would you like to talk about it? No, you got to search and see where the opportunities are, rather than hoping, why that opportunity didn't come to me? He went to that. I could do a better job than that guy. We always say that because we always think we are better than somebody else. At least we want to be. And out of envy, you may say, well, I could have done that better, but you don't know what's really involved. Maybe you would have. But why don't you focus on what you can do now, wherever you are, the best you can, and create an opportunity in what you are doing and where you are, rather than focusing on the opportunities and the others have, and then focus and lose the focus on what you're trying to accomplish. But again, I need the specifics, Ali, Arsalan. Arsalan, Ali, 28, male, Pakistan. Thank you for that. So let's go to... It says, agree, live, powerful meditation, understand your mind. Well, look, we've been doing meditation for maybe a couple of weeks every day, but even you guys were not that interested. You weren't like, going out of your way to say, yeah, let's do meditation, because meditation is something that unless you do it every day, you won't see the benefits right away. While you may, you feel tranquil and all that, but in reality, all the neurotransmitters is going to be created. The GABA for anxiety and depression and managing intrusive thoughts, serotonin, melatonin, decrease in cortisol, 50% increase the other neurotransmitters, 100% to 400%, the growth hormones, DHEA, all of that is naturally secreted when you meditate. I explained all that to you guys. You guys weren't even that interested. I had to kind of push about it. No? Don't you agree? So this is not something that people are looking for out there. Maybe they are. And I know they flock at meditation channels here and there, but somehow we're having a 2 times a day live show. The title I'm willing to change every day, not a problem. Give me suggestions, I'll change them, and we'll see. But meditation and things, understand your mind, these are things we've done. Unlock your mind. Break up life and the psyche. You and break up. You know how many times I've changed the channel's name until I stopped, because that was what I wanted it to be, to include everything. We're not just a breakup channel. We use breakup as a channel to deliver the facts of the psyche. And then we talk about the psyche. And people don't even understand how important that is. Yet, somehow, the ones who have become famous, their channels are filled. Even when you actually look at some of these famous people, they're not making sense. They've gone beyond reasonability. They talk nonsense. And what I hear from the people who are in the crowd say, oh, I love you, thank you so much. And they didn't even understand what the guy said, because the guy himself didn't understand what he said. But he's gone on the cloud of now conjuring up bullshit. It happens. If you watch some of these. So what's going on, I don't know. But I do want to continue what we are doing and find a way to introduce to people what is really most important for them. To have that level of understanding how they're put together. Not mumbo jumbo and confuse the hell out of them. Make it clear for them. The relationship between the problems and the brain they have. The problems of life and the way they handle it. The challenges they see and the equipment they have to unleash that on that challenge and rise above it. This is what we want to do here. So I'm open for name changes. I'm open for suggestions. I'm conversing with you guys, not necessarily arguing about it, but I want to say these things we've done and we haven't seen. That's why we change it eventually to this. Luna says there must be a sketchy YouTube glitch somewhere in the system, as it makes no sense at all as to why your channel is not easily found when running a search. Perhaps Olga can work at different keyword. Olga doesn't do the keywords. I do the keywords. And I've searched the keywords on the programs that Google has, and it suggested a bunch of keywords, and I've changed 400 videos, their keywords, because they were not good. And I did that last summer, and made some changes, but not much. And the rest of the keywords, I wisened up to choose them correctly, and I have them already ready. I copy and paste them in my new videos that pertains to the topic that it relates to the topic that those keywords could work. And then I look at some of the videos that have kind of a similar attempt to talk about what some of the breakup or some of the other things that I talked about, and I see their keywords are only like 4 or 5 and very basic stuff. Nothing sophisticated. I have like maybe 20, 30 keywords in each video. They have like 4 or 5 and nothing so specific, but just very obvious. And there's 1 million viewers of it. And the videos are also long, not necessarily short. I'm now making them short. And I think that's the way to go for sure. I'm doing the jump cuts to make it all fast rather than the lots of spaces in between, like when I talk and deliver here. So I cut them all and make it fast and short. But still, the other ones who are supposed to be short, not necessarily short. And they've got viewers. Again, that's because of the fame, of course. I understand that. People maybe eat up whatever, how long it takes for a famous person to talk, just to say that there must be something there that I could pick up. That's fine. But we are not there yet, so we got to cut it all short. And I'm doing all that. But somehow I have a feeling there's something else here, because it just can't be this difficult. Who's doing 2 times a show a day? I don't think so. So even if somebody comes along and looking for live programs, well, we're in the list. So is it our title? Then give me a suggestion. I change the title. But you know, OCD is a title that everybody is grappling with it. HOCD, lots of young men are falling victim to that nonsense, and they need to know how to deal with it. And the videos that we have for the past few months, fresh, scientific data based on researchers I've used in them, and the logic, strong logic from my studies and my pondering and on the topic, on the points, have been used to, you know what? Maybe the category. You know, the category of my channel, and even right here, is education. I don't know if that makes a difference. I gotta see what the category of other channels who are talking similar to these sort of topics are used. Maybe that makes, but I don't think if somebody is searching for a video, a topic, it would matter what category it is. The search engine would still find the topic, no? Wouldn't it? So anyhow, I need help. Rolling On says, how can I train myself stop feeling grass is greener on the other side when it comes to dating? Well, date one at a time. I mean, you're dating someone. I think because you're solely focused on choosing your dates, your relationship based on their looks, and there's always somebody prettier than the one that you're going out with. until you get to know them. Then you got something to hang on to. Then you're not going to trade that in, because then you're not sure how the other person's personality, consciousness is put together. So instead of comparing them physically, you get to know them first. Once you get to know them, then you will see that the physical appearance and comparison would not be a motivation for you to get into that at all. You will not compare them anymore, because now you like them. You like how they are, who they are, how they treat you, how they interact with you, how they think, what their consciousness is all about. You'll start liking their persona rather than their physical presence. And that's what makes each person special. When you don't get to know the speciality of that girl, you will only look at her as a physical entity, and you'll always gravitate to a prettier physical entity. So you'll always look around. But if you get to know that person, that physical existence, and then you'll have substance to that physical existence, then that substance is going to make her stand apart from all the other grass that you see on the other side of the fence. So get to know them first, and then that pretty much goes away. And don't think the unknown is always better than the known. It's not a lottery. That I know nothing's happening here, so I'm going to give this money for that box that I don't know what's in it. Why? This is how human being is trying to gamble his or her life away in order to achieve something. Shortcuts. They don't want to work for it. They want the answer, they want the shortcut, they want the result. So that's why they're willing to actually gamble. That's where the gambling starts. So you're willing to put this much investment and get a box that they don't tell you what's in it, and you don't know what's in it. But you're willing to take the unknown because you think it might be better than what it is known to me. Why? Where is the confidence in that? Why don't you respect yourself and your knowledge, your ability to understand and reason with things in life? And understand that there's no reason for you to put that investment, that money, and get a box that is empty or you don't know what's in it. Could be empty. Most probably is. But that unknown represents itself as if it's something more valuable than the known. Why? Why do you behave that way? And that is what exactly happening with you. This girl you know, and you say, this girl I know and she knows me, and I don't think I'm really that hot that much, so if she knows me and she's with me, maybe she's not that hot. But that one is not with me. That means it's valuable, because obviously it's better than me that is not with me. That's the kind of logic you go by, and you be sucked into some bullshit. That unknown could be something amazing there that I don't know about. Well, you don't know about, but it could be nothing there. Most probably is, because nobody is going to leave something valuable out there in a box for you to get it, which is going to be more valuable than the investment you're going to be making. Huh? So have a little bit of a confidence in yourself and focus on getting to know your girls, and then judge if that is a suitable connection for you or not. Don't stop looking around and focus on what's in front of you, and get to know her and build something with her. And that would be far more valuable than someone that may look better, but you don't know what you can build with them, or they're actually capable of cooperating or building anything with you, or in the same frequency of thought. Hope that helps you rolling on. Ed says, I can do a post on Reddit. God damn it, yes. Do the post. You know, pick up whatever. Go on my Facebook page, Mind That Seeks Truth, author or books, they're both mine, and see if there's anything useful for you there, the posts that are there. Or make a post that you like. However you want to do it, do it. Introduce them to this live talk to begin with, or to the channel. You can use maybe the 2-minute live talk promo that I have, or the 4-minute channel promo that I have. They each have like 40, 50,000 or 60,000 viewers because I paid for advertisement on them, but they didn't bring anything. I don't think people even see my advertisement. It's a spooky thing. And Luna says, searches perhaps one that are more think out of the box, such as routine, perseverance, self-love, acceptance, and kindness, and bouncing boards from which to start. I'll be happy to keep thinking. Yeah, okay. Give me your ideas about titles and things like that. We'll try them, guys. And we'll see whoever, I mean, if there's a title that many people agree on, we vote on them and see if we all think that's the one that's got more votes, that seems more reasonable and attractive. We're going to change the topic of the title of the live streaming and see how that goes. But we got to do something, because we know we got something going on here, but you know, like we have a party with lots of food here and no guests coming. Rolling on says, maybe you should do live phone call sessions once a week. What do you mean live phone call? Oh, they can come in. Oh, they can call in, but they can write it here. What's the... So that means I got to let the phone call be having the priority over the ones who have been here and waiting for their answer? I don't think so. If we want to do phone call thing, then there has to be some other private way of, like Zoom or Skype, and then create a group and so on. But then that defeats the purpose. We want to get known on YouTube. Luna says, I'll be happy to keep thinking as to solutions to help clearer exposure. The plot is thicker than what meets the eye with regards to YouTube's filtration system. Something fishy, methinks. You think's right. It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. I don't know what, there's something wrong here. I don't know what it is. We'll figure it out. It can't go like this because that doesn't make sense. Luna says, no. Zaraki says, hi Mehran, I believe you should do videos like pill take information. Pill take information. Your videos are for everyone, but they come from the question of other people. So they might think it is not related in general. Explain, Zareki, I don't understand. Are you talking about the live streaming or the videos that we have on the channel? And there may be a question coming from other people, but it's a valid question that helps. Because whatever I am, you are. Whatever I can do or I have a problem, you have too. In general, humanity. I am you. It's not like my problem is not just limited to me or unique to me. These are problems that everybody is facing with. The humanity is facing it. So every question may not actually be suitable or interesting to the next person, but in general, that question could be meeting millions of people's questions in their heads. When it's coming from one person, it's coming from millions. But I like to know what you're meaning. It says, at first, it says, so they might think it's not related in general at first, but they don't know that either. They should watch the whole video. Yes, okay, these are all right. So you need to give informative like sections. Like make a video about OCD, for example. Describe it and give the solutions about it. We have that. We have it in the channel. This is live streaming. In the channel, I have a playlist called OCD. It's got a number of videos on that topic. Then I have a channel. I have a playlist, Intrusive, Transient, OCD, HOCD, Negative Thoughts. There's 50 videos on that topic in there. And 20 videos are specially made for dealing with HOCD and understanding it. Very elaborate. Perhaps you haven't checked the channel on that one. So we have all these things. It says you need to give informative like sections. We have. It's not the first time, Zaraki, you're here, is it? It says let's make a video about OCD or example. We have that. Number of them. In topics. It's there. And please put the camera in a higher place. We need to see you directly in front of it. This is a live stream. But the videos that you're talking about, especially made with a great camera, not the viewfinder here, not the live streaming camera, and they're better quality, and they are already on the channel. We need to see you directly in front of you in eye height. Camera should look at you to your eyes. Granted, it's true. But the one that I've made the videos, it's exactly as you said. But this one, I have to read it and do it, so it's not necessarily... I do agree, I don't have the best setup, that's for sure. But then again, is that really what's holding them up? Like they're looking for setup rather than answers, do you think? While it's valid, because I've discussed that before. Roman says, break up, love, OCD, free yourself, intrusive, start to breathe again. Yeah, it's not bad. I like that. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, it's not bad. More promising. Yeah, this is too short, maybe too not descriptive of what the content would be. Breakups, OCD, HOCD, intrusive thoughts. I don't know. Okay, I can change that. Gavin says, Male 27, Tennessee. I was live on my YouTube channel. I had about 30 people watching. I told them about your channel. One day, if I get 100,000, I'm going to interview you. Once I get bigger, I hope this. Even that tells us something, Gavin, doesn't it? You open up a live stream and you have 30 people. I open up with 20,000 subscribers. Right now I have 23, which is the highlight of the day type of thing. So there is something that pretty much it's not getting out. What was the title of your live stream? Did you have a live stream? Arsalan says, hi, thanks for your comment. I guess it's not envy. For instance, I had no job for a long time, even though I had potential. As a result, I developed depression. Had I got opportunity, I never had depression. But Arsalan, you cannot expect life to think about if you're going to get depression, so let me give him a job. Life is not going to do that. Life doesn't give a shit. You give a shit. You got to be strong. You shouldn't be depressed. You shouldn't allow depression to come in. You should not bend over. You should not kneel in front of life. You must protect yourself. You must go and make the opportunities to happen, because it is you who's the master of your life, architect of your life. You're waiting for life to happen to you. You happen to life. Change your thoughts. Change your mood. Become that person who makes things happen. And then depression is a thing of the past. Depression is added to you, and therefore you can kick it out by creating your own opportunities and go after what you want to get. Don't wait for it to be given to you. Nobody's going to give you anything unless you actually do something that it's worth their attention. So whatever it is that you got to do to get a good job, if you have a good job now, whatever you got to do in order to get a better opportunity, learn it, cultivate it, become good at it. Don't look for attention. Just keep doing what you're good at it and become better at it, and create that opportunity for yourself. Become visible. Ashan says, now I have a job, but I already end up on a half-year gap and depression for a long time. I wish I could have a job earlier. Don't. You're living in the past. That hurdle you climbed over. Be proud of yourself. You got a job. Don't live in the past. You're no longer, there's no need for you to be in depression. Even then there wasn't. You should just have to keep going. What are you going to say if you were in 2,000 years ago in a war? The first guy comes in and, gets you a scratch on your elbow. You're going to say, I shouldn't have gotten this. I should have moved this way so I wouldn't catch this. I'm depressed. I should have worked better. Then the next guy, while you're thinking that, is going to kill you because you're not moving. You're in the past of that cut of the first soldier that came at you. Instead of saying, okay, I got a cut, but I'm going to be more careful about it. So you go on and focus on what needs to be focused, what needs to be handled. But instead, you're still thinking about, if it wasn't like, if I got this job then a year and a half ago, I wouldn't get depressed. Listen, you got depressed, now you're over it. Get over it. Go on. You can refresh yourself. That's what I'm thinking. Focus on the now. We're still thinking about the when you didn't have a job. You have a job now, so think about that. It's like I was hungry for a week. I had no food. Now let's say I have food and I'm eating. I'm happy. I say, I'm sad. What are you sad? Food. Well, there's food in front of you. Yeah, but last week I didn't have food. Well, okay, but you have food now. If that's the case, I should still be crying because when I was born, maybe one day I had diarrhea and I had stomachache, and I should be thinking about then, but I don't have it now. I'm good, recovered, right? So I should be focusing on what I can do now with my health, with my abilities, rather than think about when I was a kid and I fell in the soccer game and my knee was hurt. But if I didn't go that way, I wouldn't fall and my knee wouldn't hurt. Well, you fell, it hurt, now it's good. It's changed. You're not falling. You learned. So you can't be living in the past because that stops you from enjoyment of the present and be productive in the present. Focus on the now. That's the only thing that counts. I had depression, doesn't count. I didn't have a job, doesn't matter. You have a job now. Therefore, there's no reason for you to be depressed. So kick that out, get on with it, and stop thinking about when I was sick. Well, I was sick then, but I'm recovered. So when I was hungry, well, I'm not hungry now. So why should I be thinking about when I was hungry? Think about now. Now is the only reality in actuality. The past is dead, non-existence. Whatever it was with it, also dead. Depression, also dead. You're not depressed now. You have no reason to be. You're good, happy guy, have a job, eat food, do your work, and hope for future. That's how you should look at it. Adrian says, hello, Mehran. I work hard and see no opportunities and get frustrated. Like here, for example, you put good content and why no results. All those other channels are garbage. Just a few have good contents. Thank you, Adrian. Adrian says, in my case, I see no point of working hard anymore. Why keep going? Because it brings food on table, Adrian. And while you're working, you got to look up for other opportunities that can come up. If you don't have work, the opportunities becomes more difficult. You're not in the industry. You're not there. Your name is not there. You're not looked upon as someone who's already needed somewhere else. And if you have no job, they look at you as someone who is not needed anywhere else. Therefore, why should I give him a job? But if you're already working, even just to keep that going until you find something else, you keep it going. Also, puts the food on the table. So I understand. But, for example, if I stop now because I don't get the results that I deserve, let's say, would that help me? No. But modifying it and looking for opportunities like we talk right now, how to make it better, how to find the problems, that's how we're going to be able to move forward. Zarek says, I have other suggestions for your channel. If you make some changes, as I suggest, your chances will increase, I believe. Thank you, Zareki. I appreciate that. We take all suggestions seriously. You guys have a suggestion, just put it as a comment or put it here or somewhere in one of the videos. I'll see all of them. And Casanova says, hi Mehran, male 26 Beijing. These days I'm not doing anything and everything just has lost its meaning. Like I got no purpose. I'm a student. Well, listen, that's the best time for you to take courses and educate yourself, because these things will all change every time, all the time. Everything of this kind changes. And when it changes, you got to be prepared. So use this time to educate yourself, to train yourself, to get good at something. Do some exercise, do some studying, do some things, learn the things you like to learn, even if it's not academic. Just bring your level of understanding higher. Use this opportunity for that. Don't expect immediate results. Just prepare, prepare, prepare. This thing will eventually boil over, go over, finish, evaporate. Casanova says, truth is what I do, what I want to do, things, but I just stay lazy. Yeah, don't. I don't know how to motivate myself. The fact that things change and you want to be ready and not miss the opportunity when they knock on your door. So when the opportunity is there, you better be ready. And to get ready is when there's nothing else to do. That's the time to get ready. Because when you have nothing else to do, suddenly you might actually see all the opportunities come by and you're not ready. So get ready. Do your exercise, motivate, I don't know, cook food for yourself, good nutrition, good workout, whatever you can get. Learn something, educate yourself, prepare yourself, and bring skills so when things are really back to normal, you're far ahead. At least you're ready to go. SM says, I agree with rolling on. Maybe you should invite some people over once in a while to interview them. For example, invite a local university psychology professor to discuss the psyche and drink tea. COVID-19, nobody can go anywhere. And I'm not an interviewer. I'm actually introducing concepts that I think it's useful for people. So I would be looking forward for someone to interview me, because that is what the message that I can deliver. Otherwise, the psychology professors are academic approach. I don't have an academic approach. I discuss things that has been researched on for hundreds of years ago. And all of these famous people today have probably read the books of these masters that I also studied their work. not their books, but their lectures, their discussions with psychologists, their discussions and exploration with quantum physics professors. Psychologists around the world would gather around him and ask the questions. They had discussions for thousands of hours, and I literally mean it. I've been in those discussions remotely and pondered on them, analyzed them inwardly, and added, subtracted things to and from them, and then combined with some of the other scientific stuff and my own experience in life and writings I've done, explorations I've done, I deliver them differently than a university psychology professor will. It's a different tangent. So naturally, I would be open to be interviewed, but don't think that's what I want to bring about, the older stuff that it's not clear to people. What I introduce is based on the works of the past and my experience in life about 60 some odd years. And the people who have worked on this for hundreds and hundreds of years, their insight and know-how, and the combination of their knowledge and my experiences, my explorations, personally and on their works, and in mind and body coordination and meditation and movement of mind from the university time, has given that ability to deliver something very interesting and special. So it's not about interviewing to get people here. We're interested to get people interested to what we're trying to deliver. So, hope that gives you an idea of what I'm trying to do here. SM says, just don't threaten guests with ugly stick. Yeah, no. Maliha says, Mehran, language barrier, I guess. Most people cannot understand English. But the places that we are focusing on, they all speak English. North America, United States and Canada, Europe, UK, and many other parts in Europe, they speak English. India, they speak English. Pakistan, they speak English. Enough. Philippines, they speak English. Australia, speak English. There's enough people for us to have 21,000 people on the live stream instead of 21. Steven says, hello, Mehran. Hello, Steven. Steven Mail 40, Los Angeles. Steven says, if you can somehow get your channel to be suggested on the other channels, that's a good idea. That have to do with getting your ex back. You'll be more, yeah, you're right. I think what I'm going to do today is I can reactivate my advertisement, but up the click rate instead of from 10 cents I brought it to 50 cents to have a better quality of channels show my advertisement. Now I can put it to $1. So let's see how that brings and what changes that makes. And maybe that will help. And Ross says, Mehran, you should include cure your depression, anxiety. That I can't say. That's misleading. I don't want to mislead people and claim that, because they may think that I'm a doctor, and I don't want that to be misled. I want them to continue their relationship with their doctors and take advice from them. There could be clinical depression, needs medication, and I don't want to interfere with that. Don't want to cause any misunderstanding. So the word cure and things like that, it's may be misunderstood. We may mean it differently, which we do, but there may be lots of people who could be clinically depressed or medically have problems, and they might find some kind of a relief or belief in what we say here, and then they stop their medication. I don't want that happen, because that is not something that I am qualified to have a view on it, and I don't want to interfere with that. But the people who already are under the supervision of their medical professionals, they're more than welcome to add our discussions to their knowledge. Luna says, that's really impactful video title, Ross. I agree with it. I think it's real, raw, and will thereby draw in those that are seriously looking for solution and invested in self-development. Yeah, Luna, but again, that the concern is some people may actually claiming something to be a cure is, one has to be careful, because you don't know the effect of it on people out there. Rolling on says, Zareki has no idea what he's talking about. Okay. And Ross says, thanks, Luna. I think more people know about depression and anxiety than OCD. Yeah, that I agree. I think I might have to change and say how to better manage or breakups, how to deal with anxiety, depression, OCD, HOCD, intrusive thoughts, something like that. What do you think, guys? Because that doesn't talk about cure. It talks about, or maybe I can say discussions, breakups, anxiety, depression, intrusive thoughts, discussions. How about that? Discussions. That wouldn't be misleading. What do you guys think? Give feedback. That's our chance, I guess, to figure it out. And Luna says, I disagree that camera positioning and aesthetics, if your environment have any bearing or why you're not easily found. As you rightly state, Mehran, it is surely about listening to the questions. And yeah, I agree. Gavin says, I don't see it. I only have 800 subscribers. No. Gavin says, I don't post my live, just talk to people and leave it at that. Luna says, answers given that is of importance, not the look of your video environment. Anyway, people will have to have tuned in and found your videos for such an argument. Right, exactly. To hold in and logically, a logical way, shape or form. Yeah, true. Yeah. I just want to respect everyone who comes up with an idea. It doesn't mean I would necessarily find their reasoning right, but the intention is good, so I read it. Otherwise, yeah, definitely. I mean, they got to find us first before they can make an opinion about the background or anything like that. So if they found us yet and they left, surely it's not because of the background. Oh, this guy makes sense, but the background's got a, I don't know, Canadian thing there, or a horse jump. I don't like that, so I'll go. I don't think that will sway them away. Gavin says, Mehran, your thumbnails and tags, it's all you need to improve. Gavin, thumbnails are coming from Olga, and they're really good. But when they come, she's busy, I guess. I need a faster turnaround. That's why by the time my videos are out there, 2-3 weeks later, I still don't have my thumbnails because she's busy. But when I get the thumbnails, they're super. They're really nice. So that's, yeah. So I've discussed it with her, and she said, "Now I know that you want it faster, so I'll make them faster." So I'm waiting for another batch. And she knows that all the videos that have been released and the bunch that I've sent her that are not released, because I've got 50 videos published, uploaded, waiting to be published every day. And so I do them, but I don't have thumbnails for them until they arrive. Then I upload them. So that's not good. I agree. The thumbnails should go with the publishing at the same time. Says your contents you don't have to worry about. As YouTubers, I'm telling you, thumbnails and good tags results. Yes, correct. But the thing is, I think I have good tags. I've searched them, researched them, changed them, and now I've got them all figured out. Depending on which category I'm looking, I've got them all. I copy them and paste them. They're the words that actually meet that topic. And when I search them, it shows like how many people are actually looking for that search, and then I modify it a little bit here and there, and then but yeah, it should be that. It shouldn't be, it should be that. I should probably fine tune everything as much as I can. But you know, the question is, the one that you can see 350,000 viewers, that probably has the worst tags because it was the beginning of what I put together. I didn't know how tags were. Tags were long and sentence and then cut shorter and shorter. But look at it. It went up. Took a few years, but it's what? About 400,000 views on that one video. And it's not short, it's 12 minutes. So what's going on now that I've got a lot more videos? And none of them get that many. Yeah, 60,000, so on and so forth. I believe, see, like, once they find the channel, they stay with us. They like the channel. We're not found. And that's why I'm putting short videos and trying to promote them, to bring them in. But look at you. You already got 800 very quickly, and you got 30 people in your live talk. So that tells me I'm doing something wrong. And when I say that really catchy thumbnails and titles, good editing and good tags make a big difference. Yes, it does. I agree with you 100%. Kevin says use tags that are trending right now. It's what works. Watch Gary V, his master, and everything he teach. I apply it and it works. I've watched so many of these people. I can try with a couple of videos and see how they turn out. Gavin says it's sad, but people are using George Floyd, the guy who died in USA by cops. They're using tags that are trending in order. But how could you use tags that are not relevant to the video? I mean, you can use tags that are irrelevant to the video and they still find the video? I mean, that's silly. Steven says the reason they got your ex Get Your Ex Back YouTubers have no many subscribers is because of what people want. You need to make your channel more appealing to what people want. Maybe add law of attraction. I have that. I have a video on that. A couple of videos. We talked about that. But honestly, guys, I'm not here to constantly give people the thing that doesn't work for them. I don't want to abuse people or trick them. I want to help them to learn about themselves, educate them, to become free from the nonsense that they're putting themselves through because of all these pursuit of nonsense. Get my ex back. All these illusory garbage. They gotta understand how this works. And then they're free in their life. And they want to get their ex back, they can go and try. But obviously, before breakup, everybody has tried. And after that, they still will try. But when it's not working, then they gotta know why is it that they're still lingering on. And that's what we do here. To free them from that, what keeps them somewhere that they shouldn't be. How to manifest things in life with meditation. Yeah, these things are okay. Or do more videos with just focusing on meditation topics. Self-love, daily affirmation, Sean. Yes, and we have that. We have enough of that. But again, meditation brings benefits, but still challenges of life is something that needs your attention to your psyche so you can handle it and go on. Otherwise, when you are challenged and you can't handle it, you won't even meditate because you're depressed because you don't know what to do. It's like a chess game that you don't know what your next move is. I'm trying to help people to know how to play this game. What are each piece do? What's their strength and their weaknesses, and how to use them to their advantage to advance. That's what we need to do. Everybody is born the way they look and the way they have, but if they think that's what their intelligence is and they expect it to solve its problems, then they think this is them. That's where everything goes haywire. That's why they're in the troubles, including anxiety and depression and OCD and HOCD and intrusive thoughts and getting hold of them, and they get stuck in life because they think this is them. And we're trying to free them from that bullshit. But for that, they need to be educated. They can't be just, I'm not here just to make money. I'm here to make money while I teach people so they can free themselves from the problems of life, so they can also go and be successful, happy, and make the money that they want to make. That way, I would enjoy that money. Otherwise, the money itself, as important as it is, it's not the primary goal here. It's a very important goal. We need it to continue. But I don't want the money that is not doing what I want it to do. The project is not doing what I want it to do for people. We're all human beings. We all have problems. We all have challenges. We all need know-how. I'm not going to lead you in the dark without turning the light on. I want to turn the light on so you can walk on your own. That's what I'm trying to do. I don't want to say, grab my hand, give me some money, grab my hand, I'll lead you through this darkness. No, I want to turn the light on for you, and everybody can turn their own lights on. And then you're free, you're independent. Anything can hit you, and you know what's hitting you and how to deal with it because you've understood the powers and limitations and malfunctions of this. And you have realized that brain is not you, you're not the brain. Thoughts are not you, and you're not thoughts. You're beyond that. You're the judge. You're the ultimate. And that's what we want people to know. That's why it's not something everybody knows. That's why they're not, maybe they think I'm talking nonsense here because they can't understand it. But I want them to understand it. The delivery is something that, look, you guys are here, and I bet you guys are no dummies and no fools. You found something that you can see. It's going to make you stronger and wiser than you were before. Intelligent, comes to work and separates your mind, separates your brain, separates thoughts from you, and distinguishes you as who you are, what you are, beyond what thought is trying to fool you that you are. That's where the power is, to understanding how we tick and not be fooled by apparatus and think that the apparatus is me and I am subordinate to what's been added to me as a feature. Don't get me going on that. Kazituta, oh, you've been away for a long time. Says, hi, Mehran. What advice you could give me for my 30 to 40 years old? I am 31 now. Focus on the now. Be in the present. Be mindful. Do everything the best you can. Pay full attention to whatever it is that you're doing. The efforts. Pay full attention to the efforts that you're making and whatever it is that you're making. I don't care if you're drinking soup or washing your teeth. Pay full effort to that what you're doing. So bring your mind where your body is. So mind and body would be coordinated. That's when you manifest your total power. But when your body is here facing that way, but your mind is in the past, is in the memory, the mind is separated from the body, and that's where the stability is not there. If you saw my video that I did a seminar in a local university, and I took 59 seconds of it when a student tried to lift me up. If you notice maybe 12 minutes of that video instead of 59 seconds, you will see the explanations that I tried that same exercise in a different way, which was very apparent. One was done when I'm thinking about the past, and one was done when I was thinking about the moment, the present moment. And the effect was exactly like when I would concentrate on the one point and when I wouldn't. And you guys know what one point is. So the idea and the message is that when you are in the moment, in the present, mindful, focus on the effort that is being done. While it's being done, your mind and body both are in the same place and same time and space. And therefore you manifest your total power to the point that you can't even be lifted by a bigger power, which lifted you just a second before. So the mass is the same, but the effect of the force that is applied to it to lift it off the ground against the gravity won't work anymore. Why? Because the total coordination of mind and body, when the mind is no longer in the past, mind is present where the body is in the now. That's why how important it is for us to be mindful and focus in the present moment, because not even you will enjoy life better, you do your job better, you produce better, your result will be better, you also would have manifest your total powers as you've never had it before. Sharper, faster, in anything. You can use it in sports, studying, everything, focusing abilities, everything. So that's where the whole secret lies. How long you can be focused on what you're doing at the moment, while you're doing it, when you're doing it. And also you enjoy the outcome and the experience better, like you're having an orange. If you think about, I don't know, yesterday's workout or tomorrow's exam, you won't even notice what you're having. But if you focus on the orange, yummy, mindful, you will enjoy it, taste it better. It will just taste better. An amazing experience, that orange itself. So live mindful. That's what I'm going to say. New place, Flash says, my ex moved. New place, protocol. Gender, age, where you're tuning in from. These three things, I need them. What's your gender? Like male, female, whatever your gender is. Age, how old you are. And if you're talking about your girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever it is, then how old they are, how old she is, or he is. And also where you're tuning from, which country, which city. That gives me some information about you when I want to personalize the response to you. So I'll get back to you as soon as I have that. New piece says, nice channel, by the way, from France. Ah, bonsoir. Comment ça va aujourd'hui? Or ce soir? I'm glad you could join us. And one of the things I want you to tell us, beside gender, age, and where you're tuning in from, now I know it's France, let me know how you found us. We were talking about this channel, as wonderful as it is, it's hard to find. People don't find it easy. So can you tell us how you came about, how you found, what did you do that you found us? I appreciate that. And then I'll sure get back to your question and I'll discuss it for you. Ross says, Mehran, maybe you should start vlogging when you go on your nightly walk. Lol. Ross, do you think people care I'm walking? Why would they care? Like, it feels so stupid. I'm walking at the beach now. I see this. All right. Ross, I'm going to get the ugly stick. You do it. You vlog for me. It's where people record themselves, live going about their daily. Yeah, I know. I can't do that. Maliha says timing is an issue. Here in Pakistan, timing is too late, 2:30 a.m. Yes, I agree with you. Most of people are sleeping in Pakistan or India at that time. Yes, that's why, Maliha, I have a 8 o'clock Vancouver time. That means 8:30 in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning in Pakistan and India. But I think I will try the 10 o'clock in the morning here, which would be 10:30 or 11 o'clock in Pakistan and India. That would maybe, we'll see. I got to do that. I got to get up earlier. Mark says, don't settle. Let's push through to greatness, everyone. Discomfort is the dragon that guards the gold. Yes, that's true. That's true, my Padawan. Sagata says, male 31, India. Have a good day. I have listening every day. You said by now it's 3 a.m. See you later. You take care of yourself. Thank you very much, Sagota. You too. Sleep well. See you next time. Luna says, okay, I see where you are coming from, Mehran. So how about using the word help to understand your fear, depression? Yeah, that's good. That's better, for sure. Maliha says, how to fix broken heart or fix broken relationship. It's not bad. Fix good, because it's not saying to get your ex back, it says fix. How to fix broken heart and move on. Yeah, these are titles that I should try. Ross, Luna, Maliha. Ross says depression and anxiety in the title will attract a wider audience. Okay, agreed. I will make changes. If you guys have a title that you can suggest, like a complete title, throw it at me at one of the comments in one of the videos that you watch, and I'll look at them, or email me, or however you want. And then it'll be ideas for me to see which one. Adrian says, all this struggle, Mehran, and in the end, we take nothing with us. I see idiots making millions, and what are you doing here?
I found this on the web for
You
idiots
deceive.
making millions. Check it out.
I just said, I read yours says, I see idiots making millions, and then Siri came online and they said, I found this for idiots making millions. Just a very impolite assistant. Disturbs me when I'm talking. So Adrian says, I see idiots making millions and think why I wasted all that time in university and working for others. I feel like I worth nothing. Ah, come on now. Don't say that stuff. That's not right. Of course, you did it for the reasons that you know why you did it, and that's what makes us all use whatever we have learned to pursue whatever it is that's going to propel us to that success. We got to learn those things. Adrian says how to get out of this loop. Just use your knowledge and add it to something that you are interested to do, but you have the background now, the university background can be helpful, if anything. It can be hurtful or detrimental negatively. It'll be positive, additional sources. Luna says, yes, I'm all for the word discussion on how to deal with anxiety, fear. Yeah. Discussion on how to fix broken heart, depression, and anxiety. How about that? The word discussion, and the word fix, the word anxiety and depression and breakup. I think that could be something. Maliha says, I came here randomly and watch daily, and your videos help me a lot. Randomly. That's the problem, Maliha. Randomly doesn't help us. We want them to find us easily. James says, hello, Mehran. I think the thumbnails could say, ask me anything, or Q&A to people know it's more interactive. Okay. So we can say Q&A discussions on how to fix or mend or help or understand one of these words: anxiety, depression, breakup, OCD, and intrusive thoughts. Something to that nature. What about it? Don't forget, guys, just write down your idea and your way of constructing this title that could be inclusive of anxiety, depression, breakups, OCD, intrusive thoughts, which is pretty much what people deal with on a daily basis. Breakup, emotional hardship, breakup, anxiety, depression, OCD, self-love, happiness, all of that. Now, how we can put them all in one title without being two paragraphs. So send me those suggestions, if you will, with the words we talked about in mind, so I can come up with one with my own stuff and then see which one or a combination of them put together a good title. Tron India says, I sent you a message on Facebook. Please reply if you can. Yeah, but you know, guys, when you guys send me messages, I don't necessarily, because you know how many messages I get. If I want to respond to every single one, if it's a comment on a video, I will see them and I respond. I've responded to everyone, thousands, the past 6 years. But if you then send me messages, then I got to read the messages and deal with that. Then that goes beyond using the time effectively. Because there are videos I got to do, there are research I got, there's stuff that I want to do. That's why the live talk is here. You want a question and answer? Come to live talk, ask the question here, and we get to your question, I answer it. Otherwise, I'll be sitting doing questions on the side. It defeats the purpose of advancing in anything, and we don't have that kind of resources. I hope you understand, Tron. Come here and ask your questions, and if it's your turn or I get to it, by all means. No, next time. We have 2 times a day, so. Luna says, I think there may be a lot to be said for each one of us here today promoting your channel to our friends and family. Then ask them to spread. That's the idea. That is the best way. That is the only real, tangible, measurable way, because you have total factuality about it, control about that, how much has been done. Just encouraging the people that we tell them about, and if they like it themselves, they'll do it on their own. But if they each introduce it to 2 people, pretty soon we'll have the number that we're looking for. And then ask them to spread the wisdom of your channel through word of mouth. Yeah, that would be fantastic. Along the side of what we're doing and all these live talks and so on, that would be but I didn't feel like asking you guys to do that. I wanted that to be generic, and I'm glad that you mentioned it today, because that's really what I was hoping for at one time. But it wasn't something I would have been able to set it in that way. The control and encouragement of them also doing what you did, introducing it to them, that would be very efficient. Tarun says, I can't handle the pain of my situation. If I told you about my situation, I will cry. Well, listen, your situation is not life and death. Whatever it is probably about a girl, and it's the desire. I don't know what it is, but that's what I'm guessing, because that's what this channel is all about, right? Breakups and all that. And if that is the case, it's not going to kill you. It's just going to pass by, and that we all have gone through it, and it's a way you become a man. You go through these sort of feelings and emotions, you learn about yourself, and you go on with these are the challenges that life throws at you to make you a man. It's not to punish you. It's to make you a man, to understand your ability, resilience. And then you will learn how powerful you can be in the face of adversities. And this breakup stuff, small adversity, it's not an adversity, it's just an experience. Change the title of the problem and you'll be fine. Say challenge instead of devastation. I will cry. Why would you cry? Cry for, God forbid, if your mother or father dies. Cry. But don't cry for anything else. Don't cry for a breakup. Don't cry because you can't kiss a girl. Don't cry for that. Cry for something that is terrible. That's if, God forbid, your mother or dad, something happens to them. So don't devaluate crying just for a breakup. That's not good. Even though you may do it, but don't do it. Just understand that it's not deserving. You don't have to do it. Simple. New Piece says, no, please don't do vlog. Your channel has great content. Yeah, I won't do vlog. Of course not. Maliha says, Mehran, make short videos. Yes, I am. I guess only 15 minutes precise about breakup, move on. Well, I'm doing now 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 6 minutes, 8 minutes, because I'm doing lots of jump cuts when I do there's a bunch of good questions that comes here, and I sift through them. Every time I do one of these live talks, that's why I want it to be short, because then I got to watch them and then select questions and cut them and make them one video with the thumbnail and title and all that. And so that's why I'm trying to make them short. I'm getting carpal tunnel syndrome on my hand. Keep moving and cutting on the laptop. So it's kind of not fun, but I'm doing it because I want to make it short so people can get more information in a shorter time. Mrs. And we all will post that video on our social media. Maybe that will be helpful. Yeah, that would be very helpful, Maliha. That's why I have short videos. I have 2-minute videos introducing the live streaming that I've always put the link here, and I've got 4-minute videos that actually it describes what the channel does. See, this is the video that is the live stream promo. It's 2 minutes, and then I have another video which is the one that says it's actually a clever video. It's got everything we need in it. Got your back. There it is. It's 4 minutes and 9 seconds. Says, you're not alone, I've got your back. And that video, I really like that video. It's a good quality video. And it says everything we need to say about the channel. Minus the OCD, HOCD, because at the time I didn't have that playlist filled up. A few months later, they came up with that. So yeah, please, you can share those already. These short ones are here. And Fatima, Maliha, keep looking at those two and see which one you like. And you can choose any of the videos that I have on the system and upload them. Luna says, I strongly believe that word of mouth outdoes any key search. Yeah, I agree. And tags or any other techie techniques, and people are being recommended and guided to your channel through us, the ones they know and they can trust. Yeah, of course. But the question is, how many of them can we do? Unless they keep copying what you say, what you do, like they introduce somebody else and so on and so forth. That needs a little bit of a care and dedication. I don't think that many people out there would be as caring and interested as you guys are here for about this channel, which is, I'm grateful and appreciative for that, of course. But it needs them to be involved with us first to see, yeah, this channel's got good stuff going. And Tarun says, whenever I watch you for some while, I relieve for my heart depression. Tarun, go happen to life. Don't let life happen to you. Don't be depressed. You're depressed for, if it's not a clinical depression, if it's not your doctor telling you you're depressed clinically, then it's nonsense. Is you're depressed for, I don't know, girl or something. Just move on with your life. Learn what's here to teach you and learn the other stuff you want to learn, and focus on your studies and do the best you can. Finish your education and get a job, and then have an independent life. Everything will be okay. Everything will be good. You're 19 years old only. And you can't expect life to open itself up for you right now at the 19 years old when you don't know much what's going on. It's like a person who just joins the Air Force, just joined today, says, well, where's my aircraft? Well, listen, you got to learn this stuff first. And don't expect so much, but just do your best now. and every day, and then you'll become that person who's qualified to have that aircraft to fly high. And you get ready to fly high. Simple. No big deal. Don't be afraid. You'll make it. Everybody else did. You'll too. Just don't give up on yourself. Never. Never give up. And Steven says, how much would it cost? Just hang on, guys. How much would it cost to put commercial on other YouTubers' channel? If that's what, yeah, it is. I'm doing that, I said. But you're not listening. Should I bring the ugly stick? Steve, what the heck? I've had that 2 times. The 4-minute one I did, and I got to 60,000 viewers. And this other one that I just stopped yesterday, up to 50,000, I get 50,000 viewers. And retaining percentage was 73%. People watched all of the 2 minutes pretty much. Most of it. And $10 a day was the budget. And the click rate, I put it at 10 cents, then I upped it to 50 cents to go to better channels, and still nothing. Maybe today I'll up it to $1 per click, and then we'll see what happens. And Keith says, hello from the UK. Hello, Keith. Good to see you, dear. And we have James from UK. Oh, where is it? Where is James? James says, James helps the channel with £5. Must be UK then. Says, I think this would be a great title you could alter to suit you. Q&A depression on anxiety. Oh, discussion, Q&A discussion on anxiety, depression, OCD, and how to deal with heartbreak. That's good. That's a good. That's good. James says, I send a super chat because you're one of the only people online that has offered genuinely helpful advice online that has helped me. Delighted to hear that, James. Thank you for sharing that. And thank you for the super chat. It's very generous of you and very thoughtful of you. That's pretty much, I guess, what I want to express. Very thoughtful of you. The title Q&A, that's what we were talking about, weren't we? Pretty much. That's right on point. What do you guys think? I think it's a great title. Like, if we can massage it, if we need to. It says Q&A discussion on anxiety. See, the word discussion that I suggested takes away that liability of a cure or misleading fact. Q&A, that they can ask a question and get answers. Discussion on anxiety, the topics, depression, OCD, and how to deal with breakup. Cool. I think that works. What do you guys think? I like it. I mean, that's pretty much what if you guys also think, if you can massage it, you make it better, tell me. If not, we're going to go pretty much with this. I'll start in this afternoon, 8 o'clock. I'll change that to this. Now, where were we? John. And New Piece says, I come from France and found your channel because I was searching advice about jealous in YouTube, but nothing interesting in French. Just a coincidence that your video was near the top of my search. Oh, really? Near the top of your search. I heard that only a few times, and also all from European countries. Apparently, they said, a few people told me in Europe, the search engine catches me very pretty much on top. But in U.S. and Canada, no. Is that so? How it was? So you searched for jealousy, and my video came on top, close to top. Luna says Q&A discussion on, yeah, pretty much like what James has sent. How to, we are getting there now. Yeah, right. Ross, okay, so let me go back to new piece flash. But where's your, what happened to the gender and age new piece? You were supposed to give me that so I can go back to your question. Will you kindly do that? Because I need to know that before I can, let's see. So new piece is my ex, okay, new system, nice channel, but okay. No, I need that new piece. Because if I don't know your age, I'm not sure if I could hit the target on your challenge. It helps me to customize the response. And of course, age. And now I know France, so know the culture a little bit. And Ross says, Mehran, you are right with how powerful thoughts can be. Sometimes I imagine myself with my ex in a scenario that didn't even happen, and it makes me miss her more, even though I know they didn't happen. These are good, pleasant events. I'm focusing on the fact that the thought goes rogue, the brain goes rogue, and messes you up. If you don't understand that thought is not you, you're not the thought. Brain is not you, you're not the brain. Then you think what comes out of it, which is a brain, which is a thought manufacturing factory, and the garbage that it puts out, that nobody is doing the quality control, then you believe that it is you, that it is fact. If you don't understand that thought is not you, you're not thought, brain is not you, you're not the brain. So you will not be bamboozled or misled by the bullshit thought that appears, which is the job of brain. Manufactures thought all day long. 80, 90,000 a day. You think they're all relevant? None of them are relevant. They're all intrusive. The only thought that is your thought is the thought that consciously you go into your consciousness, you pick up some values, information that you need for calculation, for delivery, for learning, for planning, for producing, for designing, for accomplishing something. That's your thought. The rest of it, not your thought. Once you understand that, you're beginning to be free. And you will use the power of this monster to your advantage. And you have this steed, this horse that has a mind of its own, communicate with you, and you communicate with it, train it, it'll take you where you want it to go. If not, it has a mind of its own. It goes to gutters. It goes to the worst places because its job is to look for trouble, to protect you. But it doesn't understand that it's supposed to wait for commands. It just takes you to all kinds of scenarios and bullshit and drives you crazy. And anything that has been exposed to us, anything that we've been exposed to it, through media, through books, through searches, through internet, through stories, through lifestyles that we see, through stories, through anything that somehow has seeped through in our consciousness, brain makes a thought out of it. And most of those thoughts are not within our lifestyle or interest, but it makes it because its job is to make thoughts. And whatever information is out there, it makes thoughts about it. That is the challenge that you're facing with. And I hit my finger to this thing, so I forgot what I wanted to say. And I was excited to talk about it. So that's the challenge that you want to make sure that you're not under the influence of thoughts, but thoughts should be under the influence of you based on your core principles. That's the beginning of freedom. And what I forgot, well, I forgot. Adrian says, every title should start like this: how to make money being broken up. Or how to make money with no girlfriend. How to make money being depressed. Pretty good, actually. If it wasn't funny, it would actually, it does attract, that's for sure. Because all the depressed people and all the broken-hearted people would be coming in to say, okay, I'm broken-hearted, I'm depressed, let's see if I can make money off of it. Ross says, it didn't even happen. I also have been struggling with comparing myself to who she is dating. Yeah. Now, and if they are better, and when my mind gets going, it's hard to stop. And you know, Ross, for everything that you guys say here, I have a video on it. It's pretty hard if you don't find a video of the challenge that you're going through. If there's something after your breakup, something in your mind, anything under the sun, whatever it is that comes to your mind, just put that word into the search engine of my channel. There's a video on it. There's bound to be a video on it, or maybe 10. You choose from it. This is why I'm saying we have a place on this sea of channels. We have a place. We meet a need. We gotta be visible. We gotta become visible. That's what I'm saying. Ross says, I do practice mindfulness and meditation. Good for you. That's good. And a new piece says, I'm 23. Finally. I'm 23, man, and my ex is 24. She moved on some weeks ago and have a new boyfriend. I want to tell her what she did wrong to me because she don't even know and don't even remember something she said. Do you think she cares? New piece. Do you think she cares? The person who has done something that is wrong, you think is going to turn around and say, oh, I'm sorry, it was wrong? She knew it was wrong and she still did it. She's not going to turn around and say, oh, I'm sorry, I did the wrong thing. Because when a person makes a decision, that person, at the time that he or she makes that decision, believes that that decision is correct. So she believed that what she was doing, whatever it was she doing, whether she remembered what she said in the past about not doing what she did, or she didn't, or whatever it is that you're referring to, it doesn't matter. She knew that she's about to do something that is wrong to you. But she did it anyway. So at the time that she made the decision, she believed that decision is correct. That's why she did it. So you now think, by contacting her and telling her what she did, it's news to her? She already knew what she did, and she still did it, and she knew it was wrong to you. And you think she's not going to turn around and say, oh, it was wrong. If she was wrong, then she would come back to you. But she says it's wrong, but I'm not coming back to you. So why would she say it's wrong? So you're wasting your time expecting the thief to come and say that I stole your watch. And it was a bad thing to do. If it was a bad thing to do, she wouldn't do it. But she didn't think it was bad. That's why she did it. So by telling her that it was bad what she did, she doesn't care because she knew it was bad. But she still did it. She made the decision to do a bad thing. And now you want to tell her, oh, you didn't know you did a bad thing. It was a bad thing because you said something else before. She doesn't care. Because the most important person in life of every human being is themselves. Ultimately, because if they're not there, nothing else matters. And whether consciously they know it or not, but they know it. At least they've recognized that the most important person in life is themselves. So she's looking after herself. Whatever she thinks she is. If she thinks she's her desire, then she's following her desire. If she thinks she's her ego, she's following her ego. If she thinks she's her fear, she's following her fear. For the reasons of fear or the desire or ego, she did what she did. She left you to somebody else, or she left you, then met somebody else. Doesn't matter what. What's most important that you should focus on that nothing happened to you. Nothing has happened to you. Nothing bad has happened to you. You're fine. You're still the same person as you've always been. Everything is there physically and mentally, it's all there. You're hurt because your ego, your desire, you're denied from some certain pleasure and certain energy that you spend in that relationship. You can't see the benefit and the result of that. That's what's bugging you. Otherwise, everything else about you is perfectly the same as it always was. And it's even now better because you've learned something, you're stronger, and now you know a little bit more about yourself, and you know a little bit more about the kind of girl you do want or you don't want, and how the relationships are, how people are. This knowledge has made you now more valuable and more confident. You're wiser now. That's what you should be focusing on. Don't expect her to feel what's good for you. She only feels what's good for her. And you should feel what's good for you at the moment. And what's good for you is to focus that nothing happened to you, and you have all the capabilities to go on and find another beautiful French girl and have experience, and expect that one also breaks up. Maybe a year from now, maybe 6 months, maybe 2 months, but that's okay, because that's what it is in that age. You're only 23. You hardly know who you are. And through these experiences is how you will get to know who you are. This is positive. This breakup is good because it helps you to know how you handle things, what things are in life, what things you should be prepared for. And that makes you knowledgeable and makes you to become a man. Join us. Join the manhood by being rejected, by being able to deal and handle tough challenges, emotional challenges. Something like this looks so important because it's just the beginning of these experiences. But after a while, you'll know how to handle it. You expect it. But this time you didn't expect it because you thought, oh, it's forever. It's love. Don't believe that. It's only love when you get to know that person for many years and to see how you treat each other, how unselfish you are, how you bond on consciousness level, and how compatible you are. And through the way you guys treat each other, you will see there can be a deserving love here. Otherwise, the rest of it is lust and attraction, an invitation to know, to get to know each other. That's all. There's no love. Yeah, it seems love. I understand that. But that's the age. Everything that is female and moves, it's love. We love it. You're a heterosexual male, you love women, you adore women, therefore you think everything about them is perfect. As long as they turn you on, you think that's love. Okay, it's all right, but it's not. Just enjoy it, but don't count on it to last forever because you're 23 years old. Many of these things should happen until you get ready to know about yourself, to know about what kind of woman you want, and then by age 28, 29, you begin to kind of choose better, at least. Never for sure, but choose better at least. So, in the meantime, enjoy it, breathe, and enjoy that satisfaction of, I'm a man, I've been rejected, and I'm strong, and I can take it, and I learn from it, and I go on and find a better woman. That's your cue. That's your opportunity. Now that you cut the rope from your boat to the dock, now the boat can go further into the ocean and find other islands. You row and find other islands and find other coconuts and find other happiness and other people and enjoy the experience of life. That's what life is all about. This is the experience of life. So everything is good. This is part of life. All right. Let's go to... Yeah, I think I answered that one. Maliha says, I will share these videos to my friends. Thank you, Maliha. And Newpie says the relationship was about 9 months. Ah, yeah. Pas problème. Pas problème. You know, even if you break up with a girl like this, or like she didn't meet her promises, and at this age it happens, even if she wants to come back, you just tell her, dégage. Il n'y a pas de pain ici. And move on. You be the boss by choosing who is allowed to come to you, who is not. Don't sit there to be chosen. You choose based if they're qualified or not. And these ones who do these sort of thing, unqualify them. They're no longer qualified. So you unwant them because you are now unqualified, no longer qualified. So you move on and you take the control of what you choose or what you don't choose in your hand. And New Piece says, thank you for your answer, very accurate. Mon plaisir, je vous en prie. And Adrian says, if you put the word mind or depression or OCD or get over, you don't appear in the search, Mehran. On YouTube, even the name Mehran don't show your channel. Uh-huh. Interesting. Is that why? That could be a interesting observation. But the videos don't have those words necessarily, but there are other videos that have OCD or HOCD on, and they have number of thousand of viewers. But do they have something against the word mind or OCD or depression? They might. I think they might. Or get over? Really? You don't appear in the search, Mehran. Oh, you mean you tried the word mind, depression, OCD, and Mehran, and I didn't come up, but other videos do. So it's not like they don't register these or they have blocked these words to be used on YouTube. It's just my videos don't show up when these words are used, but other videos show up. Is that what you're saying? Adrian says, but if you put a bullshit on how to make and you see millions of views on the first channel, are you being sabotaged? I don't know really. As long as they don't have anything against those words, well, you know, I think those are the words that people are looking for. Maliha says, Mehran, one day you will have millions of people in your live sessions. I will try my best and share your videos on my social media. Love you. And love you too. Thank you very much, Maliha. I really appreciate it. I need the help, guys, because it is ludicrous. It's stupid. It's preposterous. The fact with such really good quality of content, we're unnoticed. It's like somebody purposely stops our channel to be visible. We got to figure this out, guys. I'm going to change that word, that title, and we'll see what happens. David says, hello, Mehran, male 25, Dallas. Fashionably late, he says, as always. Yes, you're right. You got to change that steed, man. You got to get some some horse that is going to actually get you to your destination. But you know, I understand you may join us at 8 o'clock. Who knows? So I think, guys, I love you all. Guys, really appreciate it. It was very kind and friendly of yours and caring that yes, they show other videos on those words, but not yours. Aha. So Adrian says, other videos using those words, OCD, depression, mind, show up, but mine doesn't. That's interesting. That's interesting. I got to see what tags they have used, and I got to check that out. I got to figure that out. Again, I really thank you guys for today's discussion, which was mostly about the channel. I appreciate it. I love you guys. This channel could not have been wherever it is, whatever it is, without you guys. And I appreciate your care and your love and helping to make this channel be what it deserves to be. So I look forward to talk to you again, hopefully maybe tonight, some of you, or if not, tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Or tomorrow I try, maybe if I sleep earlier, get up earlier, maybe do it sooner and see what happens. But Luna thinks at 10 o'clock it wouldn't work. It would work for India, but it wouldn't work for UK. But it would work for UK, wouldn't it? Be 7 o'clock. Yeah, maybe not early. Maybe 11. Maybe I try 11, see what happens. So, in the meantime, be good to yourself and to the others. I love you all again, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.